really pleased with this performance today, in particular to play in front of the 12s like that and play with them. It was really a fun day here at CenturyLink. We've been trying to get to our formula, and we just didn't get started well in the first couple of games, but this is how we want to play, and we couldn't be any more specific about it. We want to run the football, we want to play defense, and use the kicking game as much as we can to control the field, and all those things happened today. Defense played really well all day long. We gave up a little bit of yardage rushing, in particular late when, usually teams are throwing the football. They got some easy runs on us, but the pass rush was terrific overall with 5 sacks, 3 turnovers by the D2 picks, and then the great play by Bradley McDougall on the forced fumble. Really good stuff. Earl had a heck of a game with his 2 picks. Both of them were fantastic catches. I didn't get to see them as much as clear as I want to and will, but they looked incredible, and those were great plays. Really proud to see the offensive line be able to go out there and protect Russ and allow us to run the football. We ran the ball 39 times a day, and that's what we're talking about. And Chris was really a workhorse today, over 30 carries. And I just thought that the whole feel of it, the whole attitude, the mentality, everything fit together precisely how we hoped to see it. And now it's our job to keep, to recreate it and do something again with it this week. I thought Russ played really well in controlling the tempo of the game. He was really smart today. He was really on it, I really liked him in the role. He had a lot of stuff he did, a lot of subtle things today that you might not be able to see that we're really happy about, and controlling how the rhythm of the game went. So all in all, it was a terrific day's work, and I'm happy to get it done.
With Russ, just how do you?
Okay over there?
It seemed like Russ was
got the vapors over there or something.
It seemed like Russ was being really decisive, just getting the ball out quick. How much did that show?
Yeah, it was all. It's all part of. He just handled every aspect of his game really well today. We really just missed out on like three, 4 balls in there that we could have converted on. They did a nice job defending, and they were tightly covered. But the throws were great. The plays to make the ball, but they made a better play on it than we did. But Russ was really nice. We were 6 for 10 in the first half on 3rd down. There you go. 3rd down numbers on both sides of the ball were right in line with how we want to play. It just gives us a chance to play like we like.
You touched on the pass rush. What made them so effective today?
I thought Kane did a really nice job of mixing it. We pressured quite a bit today and picked our spots well. It's contributed a lot to 3rd down. Again, our coverage is our guys are doing a nice job on the deep end. They're really keeping things in front. They're breaking on the ball nice. We had some challenge wins on 3rd downs too by the guys in coverage. So, but I think really mixing the pass rush pressure and stuff was really effective today.
You mentioned the line. You had Joey at center, and you have guards who hadn't played at those spots anyway prior to today.
Yeah,
I mean, how did that
I was really fired up to get Fluke back in there. You guys don't know a whole lot about DJ yet. You'll learn him. He's such a spirit on this club. He's so tough, and he's so mentally right and about loving to play this game. We just missed him the first 2 weeks. He's just got an energy about him that we're really excited about. Sweez did a great job moving the left guard, taking over for Posick. That worked out great. I don't know, I have to see the film to see how it all went, but just the fact that he was there. We love J.R. Sweezy. He's a baller and always has been. And so you have that attitude, and you got Fluke out there. Those guys can make a difference. And so Joey did a great job today. He just to get through the whole game and control the line of scrimmage with the calls and all the communication that had to take place. It showed all of the great work that he's done in his preparation to be able to just jump in there and play. And so I know Britt's worried about Wally Pipp story coming out here, so he'll be battling back this week.
Tyler had, I think.
Do you guys know Wally Pipp? No,
Yeah,
you do. I know you do.
Coach, you guys did a lot of running game today. What is it you saw in the defense to run the game against the?
We just got clear on the commitment and the value of running the football, and we just stayed with it. We talked about it all week. We talked about it. We've been talking about it for some time. But I was really disappointed that we didn't come into the season in that mode. But it was because we had gone for it in some things that we did in the first 2 weeks, and this is where we want to be. So we've righted, hopefully, and it doesn't mean anything unless we come back and do it next week. So 1 week was good though, and it's a great illustration of what we can be like.
Tyler walking out, I think. think 3 third-down catches, including the touchdown, just especially with Doug out, how big is he?
Yeah, Locke's, he's off to a great start. He's got touchdowns in every game. He's making plays, makes things happen. He's really good getting open underneath on the third down stuff in the slot. It gives us a great variety when Doug gets back, that we can have those guys, and he's playing great football.
Was there a chance that Earl wouldn't be
Have you ever seen anybody run a punt back smiling? He was smiling on his last punt return. He came off the side, he was smiling. He was smiling during the return. I've never seen. Woody Hayes used to say, you can't make a tackle with a smile on your face, but you can return a punt and smile. He did it today.
Was there a chance that Earl wouldn't be available today?
No.
What's the most accurate description of what happened with Thomas at practice Friday and Wednesday?
Really, I haven't even talked to him about it. So other than we made it through it, we talk next week, and there's nothing to even tell you about it right now. I'll let you know next week.
Is this what you're going to have to deal with, whatever happens during the week and his unhappiness, and then Sunday he balls and plays, and that's just the way this transaction
Well, let me tell you what I do know. What I do know is he gave everything he had today. He was in every step of the way, every aspect of the game. The communications, the focus and the adjustments, and I was with him on some of those things on the sidelines. He was in everything. He played his tail off, and he had a blast playing, and he had a blast in the locker room, and I'll talk to you next week about whatever.
On the calendar, it's been a long time since the win, December of
No kidding.
2017. How'd that feel?
No, it was really, it's been a while. I like winning in preseason. We didn't do that this time around, and just because it's more fun. And so in that regard, our guys have been waiting, and so they were really excited to get it done. But more importantly, we took a really good positive step forward, and it's obvious what we did and how it happened. So we think we can build on that.
The impact of Bobby in terms of the spirit and the physicality to that whole defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's been with us through everything, through all of this stuff. And when he's not there, it's not going to be the same. Somebody else is going to try to find their way to contribute, in the best they can. But he's an extraordinary competitor and an extraordinary player. And in our system, how he manages and helps the guys around him, it's immeasurable. And so, I mean, you can tell, but I don't know how to quantify it for you, but he's just extraordinarily valuable to us and a wonderful player.
He's one of those guys that just makes everybody around
Yep.
him better.
Yes, that's exactly. I wish I'd have said that. That's exactly what he is. He's one of those guys.
Bradley, it seems like every game has had a big player too.
Yeah, he's a good ball player. He's playing really well. He's a terrific cover guy. He knocked the ball down on the cross route today and involved in another pick, and also in the turnover, a fantastic a forced fumble on a big play. He's playing great ball.
You mentioned Russell, so maybe there's some things we didn't notice that he did, but is there something there you can share?
Well, it's managing the tempo and the line of scrimmage and the cadence. They had to call timeouts today a couple different times because they weren't ready for what we were doing, and they didn't want to let the ball get snapped. Those were subtle aspects of how he contributed. He was responsible for all of that happening by the management manner, that he has and how he's doing it. So that's something he and Shadi have worked on all offseason. It just didn't show up in the first couple of weeks. Couldn't get the first downs, and so in this one you could really see, and we're just getting started and growing with that, and it's not just going like no huddle. There's other aspects of just tempo, and when he's in control of it, we're really at our best.
The third downs in the first half, were they more manageable, or was it better execution?
Well, certainly, yeah. We didn't have any of the big negative shots. The sticks were much more favorably, aligned. So, and then we were able to convert them and make some nice plays, and protection was good and all that. Guys up front played a really good game today. They played a really good game today. They were solid throughout, had the right attitude about it, and knocking the ball in the end zone down there, Chris's touchdown, just really physical and tough down there. It was really good to see.
Carson appeared not gassed today, as far as you can tell.
No, he was tired. I honestly, I looked at him in the first quarter. Well, that's what I responded to. He looked tired in the first quarter, but it didn't matter. I got it now. I got it. Okay, I screwed that up last week. I'm okay now.
How big of an impact did DJ make today?
I need to see the film as far as the physical stuff in the blocking. But I mentioned earlier about what he brings as a spirit and an attitude, a personality on this club. He's extremely valuable, and he's so much fun to play with. And so he's as tough as you can get, and he's out there, banging the drum for us. It was really fun to see him be a part of it, and we certainly missed not having him last couple of weeks.
Shaquem Griffin had that tackle on the punt.
Yeah, that was really cool. It was so good the way everybody responded to it. Such a great play on a fantastic returner. It's as open field as you can get and as solid a tackle as you can make. And that was a thrill to see the guys all get fired up for him.
Has Kendricks played better than you thought he would with the amount of time he had to prepare?
I think he's a really good player. I love the way he plays the game, and I love the intensity and the energy that he brings and the focus that he brings. His movement is excellent. He's tough. I think he brings more than I knew of, in the process of figuring out if we're going to let him on the team. He'd always been a good player, but he has more intangibles that he brings as well that really add to the whole energy of the group. And so when we can have him, we're going to really love that.
How different was this week with the Earl situation, with Kendricks, with changes in the offensive line? Was this business as usual?
It was a pretty challenging week. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of stuff that happened this week, and even all the way up until getting everybody on the active list too today. So it's just been a week with there's a lot of guys kind of coming and going with their injuries that are right on the edge of it, and so. It was a very, very busy week. It was fun, this is how it goes, and who wants it to be dull, I don't. So, good?
Anything else?
You got it.